Hi, everyone. Hello and welcome. I want to give a big welcome to Kash Shaikh.
Oh,
Welcome to this. Thank you so much for being here with me and taking the time out. If you guys don't know, Kash is the owner, majority owner of Baseball United, the first baseball league in the Middle East. And there is going to be a huge showcase in a couple of weeks out in Dubai. I'm so excited for it. Kash, thank you for sitting here with me.
thank you. Thanks, Jennifer, for having me on, and love everything that you're doing. Love everything that you're creating for the game of baseball and for our fans and communities around the world. So appreciate you and excited to chat with you today.
Awesome. So let's start off with, how did this idea come about? Did people think you were crazy to have baseball being played in the Middle East?
You know what? There was a lot of synergies from a lot of people that love the game that enabled this idea to come to life. I'm really close with Barry Larkin. That's one of my brothers, and he's been a pioneer of international baseball for the last 2 decades. He coached the Brazilian national team years ago. He spent some time in Asia. He spent some time in India. He was part of the movie Million Dollar Arm, which was about a Disney movie that was about a real life story of finding some pitchers in India. So Lark has been a pioneer for this for a while and has always been itching to grow the game. And he and I started talking about the opportunities and the abilities that we potentially would have to grow the game. And honestly, we started looking here, or I'm actually in Dubai now, so back home in the States, of like, what can we do? And we started seeing challenges with the game as well. You know, with the fan base being the oldest fan base in all of professional sports, the average age of a baseball fan is 57 years old. With the lack of diversity in baseball, there's less Black players in baseball today, Major League Baseball, than there were 5 years after Jackie Robinson. And just the pace of play, young people not engaging. And we just started to triangulate all these things. At the same time, my brother John Miedrich, who's our vice chairman, I know you had him on your show a few months ago, and Mariano Rivera and Victor Campos. These guys were another contingent that were looking to grow the game with Mariano's passion for growing the game. John runs and Victor ran an academy in the Dominican Republic, and we all connected through mutual relationships. And pretty soon, Jennifer, we realized that growing the game, the answer was not actually in our backyards in the States, it was international. And we really believed that the future of baseball was international. And when we saw the footprint of the game around the world, as you know, it's pretty much limited to North America, Latin and South America, and the Far East. We saw a huge swatch of territory in the Middle East and South Asia, which is 2 billion people. A billion of them are cricket fans. Mm-hmm. And we felt like that was the biggest opportunity to take a community and culture in a region that knows bat and ball sports, that knows how to hit a ball, throw a ball, and catch a ball, and help inspire them to fall in love with the game of baseball. And that's what really ignited the journey 2 years ago. As we've gotten into it, and particularly over the last year, and gotten into the numbers and really seen the data, there's actually a ton more baseball fans out here than we ever imagined. 800,000 avid baseball fans here in the UAE alone, about 450,000 of them here in Dubai, a city of 2.5, 3 million people. So that's what got us really, really excited. Now we got a chance to connect, not just with the cricket fan base, which is kind of the bigger growth opportunity, but we can start connecting with loyal, excited baseball fans in the region.
And one of the things that really excited me when I first started seeing things pop up about Baseball United was all the owners. And I'm like, wait, there's a lot of diversity here. These are a lot of my guys. And to see that happening somewhere else, and for like it's bittersweet in the sense that it still is not really happening here in the US as far as the diversity at top levels. When we talk about African Americans, Latinos having positions, executive positions, at high ranking positions in the league, and to see that happening in Baseball United is really, really, I feel proud of the guys who are involved. You mentioned Barry Larkin. We've seen Bartolo Colon, Robinson Cano, Adrian Beltre, just to name like a few, right? And there's so many more. And so that's something that really really struck a chord with me.
Yeah, of course you named all the Dominicans. You forgot the
Yeah.
Venezuelans. We got Felix, we got Elvis
We got
Andrews,
Felix, yes.
but it's true. We have, really what I believe. Number one is the most diverse ownership and leadership group, as well as when you take me out of it, the highest pedigree of ownership group in all of professional sports. And as you said, it's not happening on U.S. soil, but we are an American company. We're a Delaware-based C corp, like most corporations in the United States. So for a U.S. company to have that type of diversity at the highest levels, from ownership to executive positions on down, is pretty exciting and something that we're really proud of. It's one of the core tenets to our vision and mission of building this league. We wanted to give more opportunities to more people. So we're really excited about that. And then again, we've got 13 professional baseball legends, all-stars, ambassadors that have put their own money and they're putting their own heart and soul into this league. We have a 14th who's an ambassador, our global ambassador, that's one of the best home run hitters and players of all time, Mr. Albert Pujols, another Dominican representative. So we've got so many amazing people that have come together that not only have added credibility to our league,
Yeah.
obviously investment, but their passion and energy has been contagious, and there's no way we'd be anywhere close to where we are without all those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about giving opportunities to others, something that I've heard from a lot of players, active players, when we've been talking about what Baseball United is doing, is giving players an opportunity as well, right? Because they are limited as far as if they don't have a chance at a major league team playing winter league, but then it's like, well, where else can I play? Where else can I show my talents
Right.
and skills and make a living? And so a lot of the players that I have spoken to are super excited about that, just having more opportunities for players who either may age out in
Yep.
the US or just haven't gotten a shot, right?
Yeah. I mean, as you know, Major League Baseball has contracted pretty significantly over the years. They cut the minor league system in half, cut the draft in half. And the way that contracts are being awarded nowadays, and the way the owners are spending money, once you get to be about 31, 32, 33, if you're not in that Otani, Trout, level, it's harder than ever to get contracts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the amount of guys that are 31, 32 years old that are out of the league, that were in the league just a couple of years ago, is crazy. And, we wanted to provide opportunities for all of those types of professional players, as well as the young prospects that we believe are here in the region, here in
Yes.
the UAE, in India and Pakistan, and one of the things I'm most excited about with Baseball United is our ability to enable players to extend and expand and evolve their playing career. We got guys like Didi Gregorius, who's only 32 years old, Yankees legend Didi Gregorius, as somebody wrote about the other day, who can ball still, who still can really play. Steven Moya was one of the top, prospects in the Detroit Tigers system for several years. Shed Long, Phil Irvin played for the Reds. 29 of our top 32 draft picks from Monday's draft played at the big league level,
Mm-hmm.
So, and over 45% of all the players that draft played Major League Baseball that we drafted. Almost 70% had been drafted. So they didn't get to the big leagues, but they were drafted by a Major League Baseball club.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about a legitimate professional league. And I think that's one of the things that got people so excited this past week on social media and the press when we announced the players, because people were like, wow, this is a legit league. Now you got some guys that have really played. You've got Gold Glovers, you've got World Series champions, you've got All-Stars. You do have 50-year-olds with my friend Bartolo Colon, who's making history again. I mean, Bartolo's made so much history in his career, but he's going to take the mound as a 50-year-old, which everyone's excited to see Big Sexy out there again. I mean, maybe the most loved player of our generation, you know.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so many cool things happening. So many cool things happening.
Yeah, I was going to mention Bartolo, big sexy man. If he doesn't draw a crowd, I don't know who can, because like you said, he is one of the most beloved players just across the league. Everyone loves Bartolo, and to see what he's doing and to continue to do it at his age, because we're not talking, like you said, we're not talking about 30-year-olds. We're talking about
Right.
50-year-old man out here who still can do it. So I mean, it's great,
Yeah.
it's awesome, and I also
You know
appreciate.
what, Jennifer, just, one of the things, sorry, it's just,
No.
I was just, thinking about also, as you mentioned, Bartolo, because he's such a good guy. He's
Yeah.
just like the friendly, gentle giant. And, I had a bunch of the top prospects over to my own place, my house, a few weeks ago. Guys that we knew would be picked in the first couple of rounds. And it was just so cool to have everyone together. And you really realize that we, thankfully, thanks to Eddie Diaz, John Miedrich, our baseball ops team, we really executed on a core pillar of our strategy of bringing these first players who are really player pioneers to bring the game over here to this part of the world. In that they're great character guys, they're team guys, they have good values,
Yeah.
they care about growing the game. So they're not just excelling on the field, but they're just great individuals, and I'm really proud of that.
Absolutely. Especially, I mean, all of the guys that we've mentioned and not mentioned, I know, do so much for their communities, and continue to do things for their communities, whether it be through their foundations and all of those things. So yes, like you said, yes, that absolutely. I think that is really important, obviously, especially in this day and age. We don't just want great players, we want great people.
Exactly.
And to see that, it's awesome. But also, I was going to say, I also appreciate, like you mentioned, that there will be local talent, which just
Yep.
contributes to the growth of the game. And that's something that Major League Baseball has been talking about for years now, right? Is the growth of the game, the growth of baseball. And we've seen players get drafted
Right.
from India. So to see that opportunity be had over there with Baseball United is great.
Yeah, it's amazing. And, we haven't announced the prospects that will be part of our season one, or even the prospects that will be invited to the All-Star Showcase here in Dubai on November 24th and 25th. But we will next week. So I was reading some of the comments on social media, and people are like, well, what about the local talent? And
Yeah.
I'm like, let's wait. The honest truth, Jennifer, is there's no one yet that's indigenous from the region that can really play at the professional level
Mm-hmm.
yet, you know. And that's why, obviously, if there was, they'd be the first people that we drafted because they're, homegrown, talent. But we really believe they're not far away, and we've been spending most of the last 2 years working with the different baseball federations in the region. We have a partnership with ABFI, which is the official baseball federation of India. We have a partnership with Pakistan Federation of Baseball, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, Nepal, Afghanistan, all those federations in the region we have partnerships with. And Bhutan is another one. So we will be announcing some players that will be at the All-Star Showcase, which will be a surreal experience for them. I'm so excited for those guys. I'm nervous for them too, because when they come on and they'll be on international television, a lot of these guys haven't, played outside of their local villages, but they've got talent. And so for them to now be on a big stage will be really, really, really amazing moment and story for all of us to watch.
And now I can't, excuse me, I can't let you go without first touching a bit about what's going on in the Middle East. We are talking about baseball being played out in the Middle East. How is the war, what's happening with Israel and Gaza, affecting, or has it affected what's happening with Baseball United?
Well, first of all, obviously our hearts are with all the victims and the families that are going through such an immense struggle and tragedy. And there's so many civilian lives that have been lost, and it's something that's heartbreaking for all of us, particularly as we watch on social media in ways we've never watched it in a war setting before. So that's been hard for everyone and in the region, and it's definitely created a more somber tone honestly, in the region, particularly here in the Arabian Peninsula. From a safety and security standpoint, there's still not many cities, if any city in the world, that's safer than Dubai. The UAE is extremely safe, and from a geographical standpoint, as you know, it's on the opposite side of the region. But people are sad about what's going on. People are hurt about what's going on. So it has been a tough decision for myself and some of our leadership team on how to navigate. And as you know, that is the core reason why we pushed back our showcase a few weeks from the original date, and we evolved the concept to be focused on unity. Now we're having two Baseball United All-Star teams play a two-game series under the theme of unity. You'll see us doing a lot of things within the community to help promote unity and togetherness at this time, where we have some fractured parts of the world. Originally, we were going to focus on the rivalries, that were going to drive the league forward, and we didn't really want to be talking about rivalries during this period. So, we changed a significant portion of what we're doing. We still feel good about bringing a little bit of positivity through the game of baseball. If you look through history, through some of the most tragic moments, 9/11 in back home in the US, one of the things that we've known, and as Americans for sure, that help heal in small ways is sports. And the game of baseball has played that role after wars, after tragedies, for over 100 years. And we're hoping to do our little part to help people heal in a small way for a few hours on November 24th and 25th.
Thank you so much, Cash. And yeah, let's hope for some resolve out in the region. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone over there. Cash, thank you so much. I look forward to the next couple of weeks and seeing what Baseball United has to offer.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.